look at you guys. I'm always surprised when I see people on and I haven't even come on yet. But hello. Hi everyone. How is my peoples? How are you? Look at everybody coming on. Hi Miss Stephanie. Hello everyone. Hey. Oh, my glasses. Hey. Hi Therapy Boss. What a cute name. Hi Miss Stephanie. Hi Psychic Saturdays. Hi Panachica. Hi Tina. Hi Mary Jane. Sandra Joe. Hello. How is everyone? Take your time coming on because we have a very serious topic that we all need to discuss. Right? Very serious. Hi Be Divine. Hello, sweetie. Hi Dwayne Cruz. How are you? Dewan. Dewan? Hi Regine. Hi Veronica. Hello from Detroit. Hi Dilla. Hi Terry. Hello everyone. Look at you guys. How is everyone? Oh, Vanessa from New Zealand. Ah, I love when I get international people. I absolutely love it. All right. All right, guys. All my favs are live today. Oh, really? Must be something in the air for everyone to be live. Tarot class. Hi, Betty Fisher. What do you mean, tarot class? First of all, you should text me. You were in my last tarot class, Betty. What are you talking about? Tarot class is February 26th. Is that what you're asking? I really should clean my glasses. I just don't want to get up. Ugh, poor glasses. So, yes. Oh, you're asking about tarot class? Text me, Betty. You were in my last class. Do you want to take it over? Do you love me that much, Betty, that you would like to take it over? Of course, that's the way I'm explaining it to everyone. She loves me that much. She'll take it over. All right. All right, guys. We have a situation, right? And the situation is, I just love you that much. Thank you, Betty. The situation has to do with Loni Love. And colorism. Hi, Diane. And colorism. At first, I was going to ask, which I'm still going to ask, did Loni Love ruin Tamar's career on the show Real? Was Loni Love at the forefront? Because her hairdresser or assistant is accusing her of just that. Something about being the only ghetto girl on the show. Uh, really? And those kind of words are very disturbing because there's nothing ghetto anywhere when you're representing color. There's nothing ghetto anywhere. Hi, sweetie. But I'm shocked that you think of yourself that way. So that's where I have the problem. Like, you think of yourself a certain kind of way, and with that being said, it has a lot to do with your upbringing. It has everything to do with your upbringing. Because Jesus came from the worst part. And you never saw him put himself down. He knew he was better than all of them. And yeah, maybe he was lucky because he had God tell him that he was coming from greatness. Oh, I cracked this. God damn it. How did I crack this? Oh, Lord. Maybe you didn't have that in your upbringing, Loni. So, the more I thought on it and the more I studied and the more I researched, this whole thing with Loni Love, I don't think it's just that she ruined Tamar's career. I think she has a problem with herself and being a brown skinned girl and having not enough people in the ghetto to support her color, even though everybody's brown skinned in the ghetto. There's more brown skinned than light skinned. And maybe with that being said, depending upon where she grew up, how she grew up, what school she went to, maybe she felt like light skinned girls got privilege. And, well, wait a second. I'm not confident that Tamar ruined her own career. It would be one thing if I actually believed that now. I'm not confident Tamar did that. What if you had a friend that was like, you go to complain to, right? Let's say somebody at work, because maybe some of you can relate that way. And what if it's like, I cannot stand the supervisor, and she can go to hell, and she does not know her job, right? And you say this to your friend all the time. But your friend is secretly telling your boss, can I talk to you? Because Tracy complains that you do not know your job and that you make mistakes all the time. You ever been in that situation where you're like, all of a sudden, not only are you hated by your supervisor, is it your own fault? Maybe. But when you trust someone, why do you expect them to go behind you unless there's no ulterior motive? So did Tamar ruin her own career? I don't know anymore. I think all of us are at the point in our lives where we're like, I can't stand her. We know Tamar didn't like Jeannie Mai. What if she was telling that to, what's her name? Loni, and Loni was fueling something between these two girls, and Jeannie Mai looked all innocent because Big Bad Tamar kept coming after her. What if Loni was in the middle of all of that? Then is it really Tamar's fault? Because as a friend, Loni could have been saying, girl, tone it down. It's not worth it. You know, this too shall pass. Like, girl, I love you. Stop. Girl, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to listen to you because I know you need somebody to listen to. I'm just going to listen to you. That's the friend I'm going to be. I'm just going to listen to you. I'm asking, what if there was something so much bigger to Tamar being fired the way she was fired? I'm just asking. So, with that being said, I think I pulled too many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Using my new deck, because sometimes they give me impressions that are just exploding. Love my old deck, but I just figured Tamar and Loni needed something new. So, subscribe, like, share. Please call me for your own personal reading. Traceybrownlive.com. Go into the website. There you will find my email address and my text number to text for your own personal readings. All right. Tarot class is filled up, but if you absolutely need to take it because you're waiting until the last minute, email me. I had something else to tell you. Subscribe, like, share. That's it. I had something else to tell you, but I can't remember now. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Loni Love. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Loni's your child. She's your love. She's your beloved, Father God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. This water's distracting. All right. Loni Love. Is your problem bigger than Tamar? Are you your own worst enemy? Do you have colorism issues? Letting go, restrictions, fear. That's an odd card. Surrender, healing, release. She has had a lot of love issues. She has been a doormat. She has been a doormat in love. All right? She loves hard and she loves strong. And she loves to the point where she loves to the point where she takes care of her men. All right? Oh, that is so sweet. It's actually 155 now. Please press the like button. Please, on YouTube, please press the like button. And on Periscope, I keep forgetting to ask you guys to give me some hearts. May I have some hearts, please? She has always been a doormat for love. She has never really been able to find someone that could just love her for her. Never. She does have a really big heart, though. She really does. Um, she's lost when it comes to what's the difference between passion, what's the difference between love, and what's the difference between love and spiritual communion. And she has a spiritual communion with these women, and it was a spiritual contract that she broke with Tamar. And if you don't understand that, it's okay. We all come into meeting each other under a spiritual contract, good or bad. And we all have to keep a commitment to our spiritual connections, good or bad. All right? Um, I get wisdom. Is Loni Love educated? Does she have a degree? I get discontent and bored. I get firm foundations. These cards are the complete opposite of, I would think these cards should belong here, not here. She has a degree. An engineer. She doesn't act like it. Not in engineering. All right. She does not act like it. Sorry to say it that way. She doesn't. All right. She has a degree in engineering. In a past position. I get something about re-education. So if it's not re-education, literally it's a retraining in something else. All right. I feel like she is. I feel like she's looking for the rainbow. Like her rainbow hasn't shown up. And I don't think that has to do with men. I think she thinks it has to do with men. I think her rainbow has to do with how she operates, um, how she sees herself, how she operates, and all that good stuff. Why is this happening to me? All right. I never knew this had to be clean, but it's definitely showing me that it has to be clean. All right. All right, God. All right, talk to me. Passion, love, spiritual communion, firm foundation, lost love, discontent, bored. What is this? Passion, love, spiritual communion, firm foundation, wisdom. 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 Letting go, restrictions. These are really odd cards. Why can't I read you, Loni? What is this? All right, let's see something else. I get the 7 of Cups. Make sure this is dry. Good. Just realized I had to clean the thing where my Nose meat. Seven of Cups. Did she always want to be a talk show host? Because I just get that she was rerouted here. And I feel like she was rerouted by accident. She started out as a comedian. Yes, she started out as a comedian, which kind of makes sense because most comedians are funny looking, right? Most of them are, right? Most of them have a quirky look about them, whether they're males or females. If you look at anybody on Saturday Night Live, all of them have quirky looks about them. And I think it was safe for her to become a comedian. That's what it was. And she got rerouted. You know, I'm going to say it this way. I know it's not going to make sense, but I feel like she got rerouted in the pretty girl lane. She got rerouted. I think she was getting bored with becoming a comedian anyway. And I also think that she couldn't. I also think she was becoming less funny, so she got rerouted like just in time. Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like she got, I don't, it's not that she wasn't mainstream. I don't think she was good anyway. So she got safely rerouted. Like this show came along just in time, right? And I think a man helped her, like maybe a male manager or something, helped her get this job, the real. I think the way she looks at herself is distorted, right? So I think she's the type of girl that is conscious about the way she looks. She's conscious. She's conscious about the way she looks. She knows how she looks. She knows she struggles more than other girls. Maybe as of lately, she doesn't see. She's a little delusional at this point. Maybe as of lately, she doesn't see herself the way she used to see herself. I think that's what I'm trying to say. There's something about how she sees herself that's a bigger problem. Somewhere along the line, she said to herself, or somebody said to her, you can chase the same dream as any pretty girl, right? So she has problems with pretty. Um, oh, yeah. See, you guys have to understand it the way I'm getting it. So, this is how Loni views herself, right? And this is a mirror here, all right? This is a woman looking at herself in a mirror. I never understand the reverse in this, but in the mirror, she's tied and bound and confined, right? And so there's a problem with her reflection. It's called the Eight of Swords. It's the Eight of Swords. Oh, now I get it. Because in a regular deck, the Eight of Swords, the person has their arms tied behind their back and they can't help the situation that they're in, although they could. They're just too blinded to see that they can have so much more, right? And I feel like this job came by accident, not like she worked hard to be en route to this panel, right? And I think either her or somebody else was like, well, you can be as, I want to say pretty, but I don't want to be mean, but that's what I'm getting, so I'm going to just stick with that. As pretty as any girl that we've chosen to sit by you. Like, you're just as pretty, not just as good. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying qualified. I'm saying you're just as pretty, right? Block Henna. What is she doing? Henna, what are you doing? They want me to block you. I'll leave Henna for now. I don't know what she's doing. Um, and that's at the base here, right? So her problem is how she views herself. And this is a problem that's been going on since childhood. No joke. No surprise to any of you, right? But the judgment card is, but there's a bad reflection here, right? And so the judgment card is finally believing, finally stepping into a space where I believe this. I believe that who this is so much better. I get it. I'm there. I'm at the real. I'm the host. And it was designed for her to sit at the center so that there wouldn't be judgment on her, right? So it was like she's at the center and all the others was like surrounded her, and they did that by design because they didn't want her to have any bad impression from the public. So it was like, no, we're going to show the public that we support overweight women. Had nothing to do with the look. They were like, no, this is what, had nothing to do with color. No, this is what we're going to do. So, Lonnie, you get to be at the center. And everybody else will. However, being at the center gave her a really power trip, all right? But secretly, she does have a missing moral compass, all right? Secretly, her morals are off. And if her morals are off, which you all on the real should have noticed, it was definitely going to bleed into the talk show itself. Her morals are off because of the way she views herself. She doesn't view herself well. Now, the King of Cups could be daddy issues. So I'm wondering, in her dynamic and in her family, did someone, particularly a male, not love her enough or even said something to her to the point where she was, or said something to somebody else and was like, oh, you're so pretty, and did the girl happen to be light skinned, or her any siblings, or they, but something happened in childhood, right? Early on. So this could be 4 or 5-ish, when she was old enough to understand and bring jealousy in. There's a problem with how she viewed herself. And that's the part that I'm having trouble with. I'm having trouble with her psychological base. I'm having trouble with her beauty. I'm having trouble with her weight. I'm having trouble with all of that she's feeling inside. I'm telling you, throughout the year, she has made numerous terrible remarks. What you guys are seeing at the forefront is just her not being able to contain it anymore. Men have done this to her. Men. I get a King of Pentacles is here as well, and this might have been a sugar daddy of sorts, or somebody that was financially taking care of her, but made her feel disposable. I'm getting the Magician. She honestly believes that she got here by herself, on the real. She's like, I did this. No one did this for me. I did this. That's not necessarily true. I think she's at the point of, I think it's delusion. It's at the point of delusion, because I think the real has made her believe something that she always strived to be. So, with that being said, does she have color issues? Oh, yes, she does. Yes, she does. She definitely has color issues, and it's color issues coming from her family, and it's color issues having to do with how she's made money in the past, how she's worked. Um, there's something here. Okay, now I'm not getting weight anymore. There's something here about um, other girls thinking they're cute, thinking, well, she thinks she's cute, and getting ahead of her, or getting more time than her, or flirting, or getting the man that she wanted. Like something like that. She's a dreamer, though, and she always dreamt of being successful. So she's not too surprised that she's here on the reel. She just thought she would be successful as a comedian, but she's not too surprised. I think she was striving to, at the very least, audition for Saturday Night Live. I just think wherever she's at now, she's still not happy. She's still not happy. Unfortunately, Loni, the bow has broken. All right. I think what everyone's missing is that you have a color issue, not a personality issue with others. Not a personality issue, it's a color issue. And high yellow girls upset you. So, with that being said, you and Amanda might begin to have problems because she's high yellow. You don't have problems with girls of other races. You have problems with high yellow girls. And you particularly have problems with smart aleck girls. And the reason why you have problems with smart aleck girls is because you have spent many a days defending yourself. So you know how to come with a quick back. Plus, you're also a comedian. And you've got to be able to view life differently and go at it. Interesting enough, I think, oh boy, I think the Rio brought Amanda on to come for you, Loni. Jeannie Mai seems to always get in it with Amanda. Jeannie, if you just shut up, this Loni Love girl is gonna have a bigger issue with Amanda. I think there's a worldly disappointment that's going to be happening with Loni Love. And I'll tell you why, Loni. You do have color issues. And because black folks are not made up of brown-skinned girls, they're kind of looking at you sideways. I know I am. And I'm a brown-skinned girl. And I'm like totally disgusted with you. So I can't even imagine being lighter and having you be disgusted with light-skinned girls. I think she was an intentionally, I think Amanda was intentionally put there to sabotage Loni. I think somebody on the show, hello Tracy. Oh, repeat that. I didn't see it. I think they are getting sick of Loni, and I don't think they can afford to have another Tamar exit. So this way, if they put Amanda on a show, and Amanda is a force to be reckoned with, I think Loni begins to unravel. So I think their plan worked because Loni, I think you've been unraveling since Amanda has been on the show. Can anybody see that? She was fine after Tamar left. Because she was the head bitch in charge, right? But that's not the point. If they planted Amanda to be annoying, then what? Then Loni has to hold her end up. And she's not holding her end up. Does she like Tamar? That's a great question. She did. No. Absolutely not. No. They started to have disagreement. And Tamar knew it. But Tamar didn't take the disagreements personally. Tamar is really Tamar on the show, off the show. And at some point, Loni started to use strong language with Tamar. So, toward the end, there were some conflicts. Toward the end, like maybe a month before. I just asked if she threw Tamar under the bus, and the answer is absolutely. The Nine of Swords is the stress card, who I believe is Tamar, who had no idea. Oh, did I show you guys? Nine of Swords, stress card. This is someone sinking underwater, but Tamar, again, you had no idea. And the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting it was because of money, but I don't think it's because of money, but I think she definitely negotiated more money once Tamar was gone. Which is why I think they held off on hiring somebody else for a long time. Give me another question. Oh. So somebody said since Amanda has been on, she has been smiling but doing a lot of this because she don't like Amanda. Amanda's a light-skinned girl. I hate to put it this way, but you know, I checked colorism definition on Google, right? Because I just wanted to get it right. And colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals. It says here with a dark skin tone. It's typically amongst people of the same ethnic or racial group. Colorism within the black community has been a serious and emotional psychological battle. Now, here's what I've experienced throughout the years. I have not really had the experience, but maybe it's possible that light skin has been jealous of brown skin girls. The experience that I've had, not for me, because thank God I don't have this problem, that brown skin girls have had issues with lighter skin girls. And I thought, over the years, I thought it was all blending, right? I thought that we were getting together no matter what the color. So maybe for the last 20, 25 years, I didn't think it mattered. I didn't see color. I didn't see color problems in other people. I think what we were trying to do in the last 20 some odd years was just be proud black women. I'm talking about black women over black men. Proud black women and proud black women of any color. Right? That's what I thought. I do see where television still has this skewed representation of color. Like when my son was an actor, they wanted chocolate boys. Chocolate boys represented black to them. All right? And what I see now, at least in commercials, that they will get a mixed child. or a mixed woman or a light-skinned woman with, our hair. And to that, and that's the way entertainment, they have an skewed way of deciding. It's always been like that, trust me. Trust me. You can't even like to try and like you need black people to hire, but half the times whites are hiring. So they have this skewed, way of looking at color. And it's a problem because when you look, you're like, oh, are you serious, people? But I know it's them. And so what we've been doing the last 25 years is not letting them identify us by way of light, by way of dark, right? We've changed that. Has anybody noticed that who's black? Like, do you really go around and like look at someone and judge them because they're too dark? Or do you judge them because they're too light? Because that color spectrum can hit hard. Right. Right. I was in Italy, and there were these men, and they were so dark, like extremely dark. And I wanted to go up to them, and I wanted to say, "What part of the country are you from?" Meaning in Africa, because the countries are connected. And I thought, why should I do that? Why should I ask anybody where they're from? Because my curiosity was about color. And I was like, no, I don't care. I really don't. They had beautiful black skin and they were real tall. They were so tall. And they were selling things, and I thought the best way I can support my men of color is to buy what they're selling. And I did that. You know? Rather than say, hey, um, you're so dark. Like, I wouldn't say that anyway. I'm just trying to process what I would have said. But I wouldn't have said that. And I didn't say that. I was like, what are you selling? Most of the black folks have wide spectrum. Why? My grandson is deep dark chocolate. Love Ezra. Y'all know. Y'all know. Love Ezra. Deep dark chocolate. My granddaughter that's recently born, she's high yellow. Love Nova. Oh my God. She glows. She's such a the spirit in her. You guys don't even understand. She glows. I posted a picture on Twitter. She glows. And then I have a little Mexican granddaughter in the middle. We don't care. We don't care. Oh, and by the way, I think that Loni is having major issues because she's dating someone outside of her race. She's dating a white guy. And I think with this guy, she's trying to justify why she's dating a white guy. I think it might have come up in private circles. And I think whatever's going on personally, she's pushing out onto all of us. All right? Let me tell you something, Loni. I don't care that you're dating somebody white. I care that you state what you stated about black men and slavery and all that stuff. That's why I was asking if she had an education, because it was the most ignorant thing I've ever heard anyone say in my whole life. I think you want to be careful. I think there are major issues that come out of slavery. Major. I think our community, has to start looking at those major issues. And we have to start addressing it, but we can't address it if we don't believe in counseling. If we don't understand we have a breakdown in family structure and men and women and how we love, and did rap do this, did welfare do this, like it didn't begin there because we were fine during the Martin Luther King era. Did drugs take us apart? And does that have anything to do with slavery, or was that a choice to take drugs, or those persons that sold the drugs and helped depreciate our neighborhoods? We don't look at those people. Does it have anything to do with slavery? I think it has everything to do with us and how we made some really bad choices. How we knew Jim on the corner all our lives, and he starts selling drugs on the corner. And how your brother got affected by hanging out with Jim. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that's slavery. We're all brought up in the church. We're all brought up with morals. We're all brought up in a neighborhood. How did the neighborhood get so bad? Except that there are some personal choices that people made for money. I'm not even sure it's generational trauma. Generational trauma generational trauma generational trauma has to do with how your mother treated your mother treated you, drinking, alcohol. That's generational trauma. Like, that came from slavery. Generational trauma came from slavery. And the only way I've decided, because I was looking for a concoction to eradicate generational trauma, the only way to stop generational trauma is to stop the very thing that compromised you when you were being raised. I didn't have the safest mother to be around. And that memory led me to raise my son so that he would not have my experiences. To the point where my daughter-in-law was like, from everything that we know, how did you turn out this way? And I was like, I don't know. I just knew I couldn't take everything that was put upon me and give it to this poor baby that came through me. To this day, I can't see it. I just can't. And I can tell you that early on, when I was raising my son, it's very easy for generational trauma to show up because that's all you know. So early on, it was there. It was there to the point where I think it was his kindergarten teacher was like, we need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And she pulls me in and she says, Brian doesn't like it when you scream and yell. And I was like, oh. And she's, yeah, it makes his nerves bad. Blah, 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 blah. I was offended that my son went to his teacher to tell someone he was uncomfortable with the way I communicated in the house. Because I was communicating the way my family has always communicated. And so with that being said, when I was walking him home, I was yelling and screaming. Blah, 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 blah. So I didn't learn from the experience, but right after I did that to him is when I figured out there's no way I could raise a boy well if all he knows is the woman that he loves is screaming at him. And so I figured out I had to change. And I had to change for me. When I did change, it meant changing everything about me. That means I was no longer pushing out and yelling and competing to be heard. I learned that if I just sat back, I felt safer. What then I also learned was that people took advantage of me because I was disciplining myself not to be reactive. So it's a hard balance, but I still like and appreciate, you know, what I needed to do to raise a good son. Does she like Amanda? No. 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 She doesn't like Amanda. She does like Adrian, Jeannie. She likes Adrian and Jeannie Ma. I would say she likes Adrian and Jeannie Ma. The other girl, the one that plays the twin, I don't think she's on her Fab Fave list. And I don't think she's ever liked the one that's the twin. Is that Tamara? I don't think she's ever liked her. I think Tamara was the nicest and the one that would complain less. Or at least Tamara was the one that would put up with her presence because she did not have friends. I think Adrian was too busy being cutesy Adrian. And I think Jeannie was married. Adrian was not married at the time. And Jeannie Mai was married. So she couldn't interfere. But she did interfere with Tamara, even though Tamara was married. However, Tamara spent a lot of time not voicing that she couldn't spend time with her. So, you know what I mean? So she would choose Tamara to be around with. She didn't have, it wasn't her choice to be around Tamara. Oh, Star J, it wants me to say that I gave her a reading and it was so accurate. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. All right. What are you saying, Periscope? Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles is in the past now. Queen of Cups is a future card. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. She does want to be loved. I hate to ask you guys this. Is any of the girls earth sign or a water sign? Any of the girls? Oh, I know Tamar's water because she's Pisces, right? Why is Tamar showing up? Why is Tamar showing up? Tamar is oh, I get it. No, she doesn't like Tamar, especially. She keeps Tamar on her tongue because it keeps her relevant. Jeannie Mai's a Capricorn. Lonnie's a Cancer. She's a Cancer? Like Wendy Williams Cancer? Amanda's a Cancer. Amanda and Tamar are Cancers. What's Adrian? Lonnie, all those Cancers? What's Adrian? Amanda and Tamar are Cancers. Adrian's hot. Oh, Adrian's fire. She acts fire. Totally acts fire. Come on, guys. Adrian's a Scorpio or water? Adrian's a Scorpio. So, what is my Earth? Doesn't matter. Adrian, Mai are the ones that she tolerates better. Not because she's actually friends with them. That's not the point. If she had to choose to hang around with someone, she would prefer Adrian and Jeannie Mai. She would not hang out with Amanda at all. Under no circumstances. Tamar's a Pisces. So, the way I see it, guys, is that Tamar, I always said this, Tamar should or will create another show. She is going to begin to worry if people love her, truly, truly love her. You know something funny? Why don't any, like, none of them seem to get acting jobs. Why is that? Seven of Wands, I think Amanda's going to get some acting jobs. She's very colorful. She's very colorful. And is Amanda spiritual at all? I know she's a sharp-witted woman, but does she have spirit in her? Because, like, namaste in her, and any degree, I could really care less. I think Amanda's the one that's going to shine in the whole group. Yes? Oh, she has spirit in her? Ah. Hello, Amanda. Welcome to my world. Yeah, Amanda's gonna shine. She does. Oh wow, she does. I don't watch the show anymore. There was rumor that Tamar, Nene, and Wendy Williams were gonna do a show together. Yeah, I don't. I think I already did that reading. I'm not a fan of Tamar hooking up with Wendy and Nene. I think Tamar needs to be around like-minded women. Tamar. You know what I see? I could better off see Tamar, Eva, Portia. I don't know who the fourth person could be. Actually, I could see them doing a show now. I think that is a wonderful group. They all have babies the same age. They're all at the same level, trying to develop in life. Um, I don't think they need old broads around them, and I'm being mean. I don't care. I think Nene's too advanced in age and knows too much, and Wendy's really. Listen, does anybody see that Wendy's falling off the edge again? Anybody else sees it but me? I just don't want to do a reading and call her out for the 20th time. She reminds me of Super. Like, I keep doing these readings because I could see them unraveling, but if I do the reading, then they begin to unravel. So I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to see it anymore. She's shifting. Best word ever. She's shifting again. And do you notice the show is 30 minutes about what she had for dinner yesterday and which DJ she went out with? No one notices that? All right. The what the what mermaids? All right. She's saying silly stuff again. She's losing it again. Oh my God. She is so temporary. I just don't want to do a reading. I don't want to see the meltdown. But I think she's going to melt down. So when I forget that I said it, remind me it's on Loni Love's video. Wendy's going to have a meltdown again. Okay, again, Amanda's going to shine. She's going to do some movies. Don't be surprised if she does some movies where she's like a guru or a spiritual or blah, 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 blah. She's really good and really cute and really adorable. I really, really like Amanda because I'm looking at her soul. I can see from her soul. See, this tells me that her soul is good. She means well, right? No malicious intent. But I also think Amanda can cut a bitch. Amanda, you can cut a bitch. Don't deny it. You know it. All right. All right. You know it. Everybody knows it. All right. Oh, Loni, you're due for a broken heart. You're due for a broken heart. I don't think this guy that you with, this white guy, I don't think he can stay with you. I think you've brought too much attention that he is going to be like, I feel like I have to defend you like all the time, and I didn't sign up for that. I think he likes her. I think the liking's going to wane. So let me tell you guys something. Let's get something straight. I'm a big fan of multicultural dating. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan. For those of you that are African American and you're waiting for just the black guy to come along, and he hasn't come up yet, and it's been a long time, I would invite you to step out of your culture and date someone that likes you. And that doesn't have to be within your culture. I'm letting all you bitches know right now today, because we're not going to have any shock. Tracy, no, I've dated white guys. That's a period. However, I did happen to notice that when you date a white guy and you go in a hood to the movies, the black guys really grill the white guy. And it's embarrassing. Like, I'm standing there and I'm watching All Eyes on a white guy, and I'm like, not even looking at me. They're not looking at me. They're just mad that he's with me. And then one of my friends, because she just loves me, she goes, oh, they always get mad when a white guy dates a pretty black girl. That's what one of my friends said. I'm not calling myself pretty. I am mediocre cute at best. And with a lot of makeup, I can try and look pretty. Loni Love, you are not alone. Except that I happen to like myself because my mom told me my shit didn't stink. And thank God she did. Oh my God, thank God. However, don't ever be surprised if you see me with the white guy, if you see me with an Asian guy. Don't be surprised. I have no preference. I want a guy that's nice to me. And that has no color. So, Loni, I feel bad for you because I think dating this white guy has really changed you. I think you're saying things to him to justify your personal beauty. And in order to do that, you are putting black men down to this white guy. And you've said it enough times that you believe it and you said it in public. Big mistake. All right. I don't know why that took so long, Loni. I don't know why you needed such a long reading. I think I could have did this in 10 minutes. Call me for your own personal reading. And thank you for anyone who has trusted me to do their reading and not know them and be accurate. However, I'm going to say this for the umpteenth time. You've got to let Spirit do their job. Spirit knows. They're just coming through me, and I'm talking on their behalf. Spirit knows. Don't try to trick Spirit, and please stop arguing. Please. If I tell you something about your boyfriend, it's a fact. It's a spiritual, psychic fact. All right? So stay still, even if you don't like what I have to say. Please. Hear Spirit out. In fact, when you call me, just be like, hello, Spirit. Hello. Hi. All right. Upside down. Are you surprised? Child eternal. I'm telling you, she had problems in her childhood. I'm telling you. She had problems in her childhood. Child eternal, upside down. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. Are you one of those people that people have to say, oh, you look nice, Loni. Oh, you look amazing, Loni. Are you one of those people? Because that would piss me the fuck off. All right. Child eternal. Let me get the right, because there's a lot of child eternal. Oh, child eternal, boy or girl. Okay. Determination to remain eternally young in body, mind, and spirit. That's not you. Inability to grow up and accept responsibility. And I really find that you're not taking proper responsibility for some of the crap that's been coming out of your mouth lately, Loni. Child eternal, but they're writing it in Latin here, which is kind of weird. Shows up in women as dependency on those who who take charge of their physical security, a consistent inability to be relied on and to accept the aging process. Look for a pattern of resilience and youthful enthusiasm in all things, or perhaps a continuum of immaturity. Usually I get this when I read this, but the only thing I'm getting from this card is she's not a happy girl. That at this point of being unhappy, that she might have a few loose screws. I think she's going to be incapable of going back to a safe place. Yeah, now I get these cards. Going back to a safe place of going back to a safe place of loving life, an ability to not see her own problems, not see her weight as a problem, not see her color as a problem, not see her beauty as a problem. I think that's how you see yourself. And I think those panel of men that called you a derogatory name, which is unfortunate, men. You guys really need to stop calling women out. You can like something a woman says. You don't have to call her a name. It's two different things. We never do that to you, men. But y'all like to really dig deep and slam us with a name calling. Like, not just bitch. It's like mean shit. Like mean. Like Snoop called Gail Chewbacca. And he's not pretty. Like, stop. And she got insulted with these men calling her out her face. I forgot what they called her. But in actuality, it was her expectation. So she created an opportunity for men to call her out publicly because this has happened so often in the past. It was actually expected. And no one had been doing it. And her expectation is part of her generational curse. So ultimately, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. But in order for this to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, she had to attack the men so that she could get what she's accustomed to getting. Does that make sense to anyone? Do you get it? All right. All right, guys. Traceybrownlive.com. Thank you for understanding. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Low self-esteem, but placed upon her. Low self-esteem that was placed upon her. Most likely placed upon her by men and boys. Most likely, even her own dad. So, all right, guys. I love you. I am going to see my amazing sister, who is a lovely, lovely dark-skinned girl. My mama was dark-skinned. Tony got my mama's color. All right? We don't have colorism in this family. It is not allowed. We will kill somebody with colorism? No. No. We're not dealing with that shit. It is hard being black. You can rest assured it is hard being black. We're not going to do color. So if I don't have to do color, I invite anyone else that might be having these problems inside secretly, get rid of it. That is the generational curse. Get rid of it. You got some work to do, Loni. You got some real issues from slavery. Bye, guys. I love you. Wait. All right. I love you.